We here to give you the culture. Don't got no time for you vultures. If you wanna learn about the game, I can coach you. Ballin' so hard, I should be on your poster. Holding it down, now I'm hot like the toaster. Starting my grind, it'll never be over. You get the picture, I say like a closer. Talking that talk, it get wild like the Joker. I hear the hate, I just laugh at you dorks. We eating good, got you mad at your fork. Giving your game even if off the court. Saying you ball, I speak money in sport. Shine like a diamond, black Alex and spades. Oh man, how I'm calling these plays. Like an anthem, I'm ahead of the game. All about my cut, so I linked up with Blaze.
Yo, welcome to the Blade Sports Show. It's me and Big Barl in here.
Big B, little G.
Yeah, we back at it again. Let's dive right into it, man. Crazy weekend of football. I think really, what else could you ask for in the first week, in the wild card weekend, bro? I mean, you couldn't ask for much more, really.
Just a typical weekend where I put my foot in my mouth.
I think we've all done that a lot this year.
We were pretty spot on with all of the games except Monday night's game.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I picked the Vikings to win too, and that didn't happen. But
I knew that was going to be a close game.
Yeah, and it was, but they
Daniel Jones looking like a superstar.
Man.
Superstar.
No, but let's dive right into the Cowboys game last night since you brought that up. And this, one of them things, I put my foot in my mouth again. I'll actually admit it for the first time. This is the first time where I've actually been like, man, Dak balled the fuck out.
I can't explain it.
Balled out, bro.
I can't explain it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm still sitting here like, is he going to do it next week? Because the
Dude
play is all over the place.
An egg against Washington and just puts Tom Brady in a casket.
Man, and Tom didn't play that well last night. But
no.
I mean, you can't put it on him at that point, bro. They've completely abandoned the run game. I mean, there was at least probably, and I'm not even exaggerating, bro. I didn't even watch the entire game last night because, I'd be on my old man stuff, falling asleep early. But there was at least 5 to 6 times I've seen Tom Brady just have to throw the ball at a receiver's feet because, they're not even in their break, and he had somebody in his face.
Dallas was getting Dan Orlovsky tweeted out like, well, this is I guess for the offensive side, but Dan Orlovsky tweeted out that he's 99% sure that Kellen Moore has Todd Bowles' defensive hand signals.
Oh no! Wow.
All game, if you notice, Dak and the Cowboys were in hurry-up offense to keep that defense using hand signals on the field.
Yep. That makes sense.
And Dak would get to the line and kill, check into different plays.
Every time. Every balled out, it makes sense.
Every play seemed it was on. It was the perfect play.
And now that almost puts a damper on it for me. Now I'm over here like, man, Dak balled out. But when you got an advantage like that,
But that's
great coaching though.
I'm looking at Kellen. Did I say Kellen Winslow?
No, you said Kellen Moore the first time.
Yeah.
But you just
I'm looking at Kellen Moore like I want him to be involved in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
that dude. That's
nice. Dude was a baller too. He was a good football player too. So
yeah, Dak was so good,
bro. It was insane.
I don't think I've ever seen Tom be beat like that in a playoff game.
Yeah, I don't think he has been beat like that. But like I said, I don't think you can put it all on Tom last night, bro. He had no time to pass. Their line was just absolutely getting blown up, and that might be what attributed to it is that the hand signal thing that you're talking about there. But nobody was going to contain Micah Parsons last night. That dude, animal last night, bro. So
yeah, he was just game wrecking, and Tom was just fed up. His post game presser was he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
he was pretty much saying his farewells to Tampa.
Yep, he pretty much did, and that's what it looked like. But
Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, if they bring that team, if they take that team to San Francisco,
we're in for another good game.
The worst thing in the world is seeing a Dallas Cowboys fan smile.
Oh yeah,
and
they're flying.
That is the worst,
today.
And they are just fucking chest poofed out. You know what,
bro? And I feel like the Cowboys fans haven't even been talking that much this year. It's almost like they don't want to do it too soon. They
was expecting it too.
Yeah,
Like I kept posting on the page. It's like I posted the Brady looking down at the ground, looking up like LeBron. We're all waiting for it.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
Yeah,
shout out Dak, shout out Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore.
And
that defense.
hopefully that's the Cowboys we see next week because that makes for a banger. You know?
Because if you really look at their team, they are similarly, they're very similar.
Bro, that word, I swear to God, I've tripped over that word so many times in my life.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
I'm still
Similar.
saying it wrong. Similar to the 49ers. They're similar.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I just said, if they bring that Dallas Cowboys to any stadium, I feel bad for somebody, whoever they're playing. So we'll see, man. It's going to make for a banger in San Francisco next week. So we'll see.
So how many of us turned off the Jacksonville game at halftime?
Bro, I fell asleep. I literally I was actually watching the fights and the game at the same time, bro, and the fights ended super early for some reason. I mean, I think they had a couple canceled fights, and they started a little bit later, and the fights were still over, bro. Like, the main event was almost over at like 9 o'clock. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, usually them 4 o'clock fights, the main event doesn't start till 10 or a little bit after. You know what I mean? And man, they ended so early. I looked at the score of the game, bro, and I'd been up since 4 that morning for work, and I just passed out. Wake up to just absolute shock. Like, what happened? What happened, bro? I watched Trevor Lawrence go out there and just completely throw the exactly right there. The sound says it all.
4 interceptions in the first half. I think Asante Samuel Jr. had 3.
Right.
Just like his daddy.
Man,
you remember watching Asante Samuel play?
Oh yeah, bro.
He had that pick 6 against the Colts in the AFC title game. Yep. I don't remember. You right?
Yeah, I just ran over the court a little bit. We're all good, though. But, yeah, bro, I mean, obviously comes from the good genes. And, I mean, he balled out in the first half. But, a 180. Anybody, I mean, any competitor that's ever played in any competitive sport, bro, to go out there and have that bad of a half or a quarter or in any sport.
What did we say was going to be the Chargers' downfall in the playoffs?
I mean, if they just didn't run the rock, bro.
Inefficiency to run the football.
Yeah.
You're up 27-0. You're still throwing the ball.
Still throwing the ball, bro. And that's
why are you not eating the clock?
Yeah. And I've never got it. I mean, and it's not even that they abandon it. It's just they never even go to it, man. And it's like when you're up that much in a game, in a playoff game, that's all. I mean, that's all we're looking for. First downs on the ground, eat the clock, get to the next round. And you go out there and you're still throwing it around, bro. And I mean, anytime you're throwing the ball in any game, I mean, that's a chance for a pick. The probability of you turning the ball over goes up every time.
Trevor Lawrence had a second half. I think he was like 18 of 23 for like 211 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or 3 touchdowns, and he had 1 to end the first half.
Right. And that's the point I was about to make. I mean, how do you go and do that 180 as a, like I was about to make, like, as a competitor.
That is superstar.
Right, bro.
You throw 4 picks, that is superstar ability.
Yep.
To sit here and say, you know what, just keep getting that. That's Brady shit right there.
Yep. Forget it and get to the next play. Get to the next, the next series, the next quarter, whatever.
4th and 1 at like the 43. Doug, I don't know if you remember watching this play. Doug Peter, instead of QB sneaking it with Lawrence, he does this like weird halfback stretch to ETN, and they get like 25 yards to set up the game winner.
Right. And
4th and 1 for the season.
And that was another point that we made before that game.
ETN.
And that's what ended up sealing
22
the deal
carries for like 105.
Yep.
They 22 carries with their running back. They ran the ball.
Right.
Brandon Staley, his job is going to be safe. They fired their offensive coordinator and their quarterbacks coach.
And that kind of tells you right there when they get rid of the OC. That's kind of like, okay, the head coach is safe a lot of times. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: like they went 9-8 last year, and they went 10-7 this year.
Oh yeah, things are turning in the right
This is what Emmanuel Ocho or Echo was saying on the show today, and it made perfect sense. They went 9-8 and 10-7. Great, you did a great job. You know, the Chiefs are in that division. You take second in that division. You're up 27-0.
Yeah.
In the divisional round. You're great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Like, and then it just.
Yep.
Like he's blaming it more so on Herbert and their inability to run the ball. Brandon Staley is a defensive-minded head coach. That's why they fired their offensive coordinator.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I mean, that's kind of something that I would speak on too. It's like, at what point is it time to move on? Because they have so many weapons there in L.A. for the Chargers. They have so many weapons, and it's just like to have these kind of similar seasons back to back, and especially to finish the way they did, like you just touched on, like to have those weapons and not see more progress, in coming years. I don't know. Sometimes you got to go a different direction, even if it's not a terrible season. You know what I mean?
It's so bizarre seeing that Chargers team do what they. It reminds me so much of the Andrew Luck-led Colts.
Oh yeah,
that team reminds me of like the Andrew Luck Colts.
Yeah,
like they got the talent.
Yep.
Just can't do it.
Yep, and that's tough. That's tough. The toughest playoff football to play is where you got to go out there and sling the ball around. Because if you can't, and you'll see it. I mean, you've seen it all weekend. If you can't go out there and establish a run, those are the teams that struggled all weekend in Tampa Bay and the Chargers. I mean, they couldn't establish a run game at all. I didn't get to watch much of the Minnesota game because I think Zoe had games, but another close one for them that they didn't pull out.
They opened up the game drove down the field, straight down New York's throat and scored. New York gets the kickoff, drives right down the field, score. Boom, boom, punching each other. Great game. Saquon Barkley is nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that kid is nasty. Daniel Jones is in a contract year. Put all them questions to rest. Kirk Cousins had a great game, I will say. Okay, people are flaming Kirk Cousins right now, but I think he had a good game. On 4th and 8, you need 8 yards.
And that's...
You throw an out route into the flats to your tight end for 4 yards.
But,
when you have...
that's my thing, too, is like, he gave his teammate a chance to make a play, and it wasn't there at all, but it's like, if that's all that was there, you got to look to your receivers at that point and say, why are you running a route to 5 yards, to 4 yards? And that was something I touched on earlier in the year with that Claypool.
You got to have him.
This guy's never done anything but run a route a yard short.
You got to have him going over the middle for Yak, or you just got to give the ball to Jefferson.
Yeah.
Like, how does Justin Jefferson not touch the ball on that final drive?
Yep. And that's the thing, even as a defensive back line type of person, because that's the position I played when I played football. Like, the sideline's your friend there. So it's like you said, you have to get something going across the middle where you're changing zones if they're in zone, or you got the guy that's playing man on you. He's got to trail you then, and that's where you're going to get the the yards after the catch and get upfield if you're going to run a shallow route like that. But to the sideline, bro, a defender's automatically going to push you to the sideline and have help there with the sideline. So it's like it never made sense to me at all. I mean, obviously to a lot of people.
Yeah, what holes do Minnesota have on that team? Is there any holes on that team?
Man, it doesn't seem like it. It just seems like it's something almost like mentally when they get in these games where it's like, and it's almost been like that for Kirk Cousins his whole career, man. I mean, he'll have these crazy statistic seasons, and then it's just like
1-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah, just can't get it done in the playoffs, man. And I think it's something that certain people just have in them, man. It's that gamer in people. And
losing home games in the playoffs just consistently.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Brian Dable for the New York Giants could be Coach of the Year. I don't know if they base the Coach of the Year off of performance in the playoffs.
I don't know. I really don't know that.
Because if they do,
yeah, because I mean, to see. They had an up and down year too. You know what I mean? They had an up and down year. They took some losses that obviously looking at them right now, you're like, well, how'd that happen? But I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, we say it every week on this show, man. I mean, when you're playing football good at the right time, I mean, those are the teams that are going to be there at the end. So,
we'll talk about the divisional round because they got a great game. I mean, the divisional round is going to be so good. Yeah. Like these matchups, 3 NFC East teams made the divisional round. First time ever.
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers. Seattle came out and did exactly what I feared that they would do to beat San Francisco.
We were close, like you said, on a lot of these games. And just telling the story of the game, too.
Yeah, like we were so like torn on the Giants game, and I was like, you know what, just give me the Giants because I think coaching and like I something told me about that. I had a weird feeling.
Yeah,
I made some money this weekend. Dak Prescott killed me, but I made some money this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that coming, but I mean, like I said, bro, I was on the Dak train last night.
Seattle had the lead going into halftime.
Yeah, and that's what we said. If it was anybody, it was going to be Seattle. They gave them a game, but this the score don't even tell the story of that game. By the end of it, they pulled away obviously and put a hurting on them in the end. But
Brock Purdy didn't have a good first half. He came out in the second half, and I think he shut all of the Tom Brady to 49ers like murmurs up.
Yep.
If you're a 49ers fan, do you want 46-year-old Tom Brady or do you want fucking Brock Purdy?
Right. And that's what,
Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I caught the end of it.
Did you see that play where when he hiked the ball, he scrambled out right, scrambled out left, came back right and hit Ayuk at the fucking corner, and but Ayuk dropped it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Died.
Insane, bro. Yeah, and threw it on the money.
On the money, on the run.
Ayuk worried about getting worried too much about getting his feet down and getting his steps.
He
took his eye off the ball.
I don't think he was expecting it to just be.
It was right there. He didn't even have to move his hands. They hit him right in the hands.
That was some Mahomes shit.
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing. Like I spoke on that earlier in the year, not even trying to be like like LeBron. Like, yeah, bro. I remember when the Beatles had their first mixtape, but I remember speaking on this earlier in the year. Like when you go and you get a guy and it's his time, bro. Like ride with that guy. You know what I mean? Put him in now. If he's winning, let it go. You know what I mean? You saw that. I think it was almost a problem for Washington towards the end of the year. Like you had
Wentz and Heineke.
Yeah, you had Heineke balling out, bro. And even if he isn't the guy long term, like he's winning right now. He's got the love from the people, bro. And you see a QB change, and I think they lost the next game with Carson. So it's like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer in that, bro. It's your guy, bro. Put that belief in him and see what happens.
Christian McCaffrey is a motherfucking dog,
bro.
Dog.
This guy, it's literally like just like one of them fucking plays on Madden that like you can't beat. Like
he's a creative player.
Yeah, just swing like a check down swing or just
a little fucking 5'9" white dude just running the rock, dude. Like running people over too.
Yeah, no hesitation. That's the thing. He's not like the fastest running back in the league. He's fast, bro. Don't get me wrong, but there's plays sometimes where like certain guys would be gone and no one would come close to him. He might get caught, but it's like. He doesn't hesitate, bro. Like he gets the rock and he's full speed right now, going full steam ahead, and that's what.
Them trading for him, like when I seen I knew it was gonna be scary because Kyle Shanahan loves running backs.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like his running back formed offense is just so. My
bad. Sorry to interrupt, but what's the lineman that always comes on Pat McAfee, the big.
A.Q. Shipley?
Yeah, bro. He broke it down really good today on the show about how Shanahan, he can merge, all his plays with the run and the pass.
That's Madden shit.
Yeah, and have that marriage to where we can run this from any formation. You know what I mean? And they run all these.
Give you the same look, but it might be a pass, might be a run.
Right, exactly, and that's. I mean, you see, obviously, and you got to chalk it up a little bit to that. It's a system thing. But, I mean, that's what they're trying to label Brock Purdy as right now is like the system quarterback. And
he's not a system fucking quarterback.
No, he's not. But, anybody's going to thrive in something like that, bro, that's structured like that. So if you're a halfway decent quarterback and you have a coach like that, I mean, that's why you pay the coach.
Look at Daniel Jones's level up with Brian Dable coming from Buffalo.
Yep.
Daniel Jones is a Pro Bowler now.
And we keep talking about that, bro. We keep talking about that, how these coaches that are just and obviously they're great football minds regardless, but these coaches that just seem to go get their teams ready. You know what I mean? Them coaches that have these guys, foaming at the mouth when they come out here. These are the coaches that are really, turning these teams around 180s, bro. And it's you see it right there in New York. New York hasn't been a great team in a long time, bro, and they're starting to come.
Deebo Samuel's back. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Tough to fucking miss when he gets a 75-yard fucking touchdown.
Right.
Welcome back, bud.
Right. Welcome back. Not surprised.
Game breaker.
Right. And That just shows like that whole system right there, bro. You just have so many
It's
options, bro. It's like pick your poison.
Dallas has so many weapons. They can beat you with Pollard. They can beat you with Zeke. They can beat you with CD, Gallup, and T.Y. Hilton.
Right.
You know, Dalton Schultz balled the fuck
Balled out
last
last night. Who's seen that coming?
All right. I mean, I think he had 2 touchdowns, like
Quick
80 or
too.
90 yards.
He had like the
quick
first
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Matchup wise, it's up and down.
Yeah.
Dallas's defense, San Francisco defense. Oh my goodness. We'll get into that matchup in a little bit.
Well, I got to touch on this first before we move on. This is probably going to be my last show because I got to head down to Dallas by the end of the week and try to get this kicking job because this boy couldn't hit anything last night.
There's a question. I'll go ahead and answer this question. Do you think he's the kicker for Dallas next week?
It's obviously me. I mean,
I don't think they switch kickers.
no.
You can't switch kickers going into the divisional round of the playoffs because
I don't think the dude's been bad all year. I think
he's been good.
Yeah, he's been really good. I think he had like only
Mayer's
missed
been
one
good.
or something.
He
all
missed
season.
one to end the season, and then it was just like 4 straight after that.
And that was the worst part. I mean,
Was you
they've
watching the Manning
moved the
cast?
extra point. Oh yeah, yeah.
Peyton said, "I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah, bro. You
done.
already know. Like that's and they moved the extra point back a little bit to where it's a little bit harder, but it's still like, dude, that's all you get paid to do. And those are early in the game, and you're up, bro. Like, how are you missing these ones?
He missed one. Okay.
Yep.
He missed 2, and it's like, no way.
No way.
He missed 3.
Yeah.
He missed 4.
And that's when I went to bed. I was like, well, this game's over.
I'm
but I
like,
can't
Tom
watch
Brady's
it.
winning this game.
Right. But hey, let's take a break real quick, and
Miami Buffalo.
let's talk Miami Buffalo real quick, and then we'll take a break.
Buffalo did what they had to do. Shout out
Right.
to Mike McDaniel for keeping his team in the
bro,
game.
and they stayed in it too.
Buffalo better not play like that against Cincinnati.
That's what I'm saying. That was such a surprise to me, bro. I thought they were going to come out and just destroy the Dolphins, bro. Like I was
Skylar
thinking,
Thompson was like 18 of 45. He didn't get no help from his receivers, but man, he was drafted. He was the quarterback that got drafted right before Brock Purdy.
Oh, okay.
So that just shows you.
Right.
But, shout out to Mike McDaniels and the Dolphins organization.
Right. Might have overlooked him a little bit, and Miami moving forward for next year.
They'll be all right.
Yeah, you got a lot of questions with Tua, but if he can stay healthy, obviously they're one of the funnest teams in the NFL to watch. We've seen it all year. So
Quick break when we talk about the divisional round.
yes, Hey, we'd like to give a quick shout out to all our sponsors. First, God's Goons with Brandon and Tara Chisholm. They're doing a lot of great things in the community, but you can catch them for Monday Night Men's Group from 5:30 to 6:30 at 1804 West 11th Street here in Marion. And again, Tuesday for Bibles and Biceps. Same time, same place. You can also get with High Moon Emporium, custom women's clothing and boutique. And if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, please get in contact with Nicholson Realty 2.0. They will walk you step by step through the progress and get you the best deal on your next home. It's only a phone call away. And when it's dinner time, please head over to Imagine Burgers and Brew and try out their already decadent menu, plus some of their new food items. Again, when your stomach is rumbling, don't get to fumbling the rock. Go get you a burger you always imagined at Imagine Burgers and Brew. And for any and all construction needs, please get with Derek Lewis and the crew at Above All Construction at 765-573-5982. And we're back. We're still talking football over here. We're moving into the divisional round now. So the games should just get better and better, I think.
Harder to bet on for sure.
Yeah, harder to bet on for sure. And I think there's going to be some of these, crazy bets being made here too, just because the way some of these games went last week. People are, you know how it is, bro. Everything's so polarizing. People are going to hop on the train and be ready to pick, Jacksonville over Kansas City, which I don't think I'm ready to do, but somebody's going to do it.
Might be me.
Let's go ahead and jump right into let's talk Cincy and Buffalo first. So we got Cincinnati going into Buffalo, right?
We didn't talk about the Cincinnati-Baltimore game because we're idiots, but
Oh, yeah, we didn't even touch on that. Yeah.
I did say, just go win the game because this is going to be a tougher game than what people think.
Yeah.
Cincinnati got banged up on the offensive line.
Good,
Let's
bro.
go into this Buffalo game. They don't have an offensive line at all right now.
No, but that was one of the things from last year, though. If people remember, like their line they didn't have a line last year, and Joe Burrow, made that run to the Super Bowl. But that's obviously not a good formula for success. Losing, they lost 2 starting linemen.
Yeah,
against
it was the 2 that they went out
Baltimore,
and signed.
Yeah, so that's
Lyle Collins and someone else.
And did we hear what their injuries actually were?
They're not playing.
They're not playing. So yeah, that's bad. And
this is, I don't want to be like one of them guys, but Cincinnati got fucked in this game right here.
Yep.
This should be a neutral site game.
Yes, sir.
Like if Cincinnati would have beat Buffalo, it's all hindsight. Yep. This would be a home game for them. This should have been a neutral site game. But you know what? Joey B's on that side. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares at all. But I think there are some guys on that squad.
There's merit.
There's definitely they're definitely not wrong. But I think it makes it a little bit worse when when the weekend goes like the way it did for Cincinnati and they lose their 2 of their starting linemen. It almost puts the cherry on top when it comes to the negative on the weekend because, you lose those guys and now you're looking at, oh, well, it was cool then, but now it's not looking so cool that we're having to play them at home.
Both teams played in barn burners against divisional opponents in the wild card round. Yep. So you can't take too much away from them because they've already seen the team that they played twice.
Yep.
So there's a lot of game planning there. Someone is just going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Scatty packs out tonight.
I'm going with my Super Bowl pick.
Still riding with Cincy.
Joey B and the Bengals. Josh Allen has a problem with turning the ball over in very weird spots.
Yeah, he gets to slinging it sometimes, and
he thinks he's invincible.
Yeah, and
he'll get hot.
Yeah, he does. He does, and he'll make. And that's the worst part about it. That was something I used to even have a problem with my boy Big Ben. He used to do that sometimes. He makes so many of those plays that he gets he gets. I wouldn't say big headed, but you get used to making those throws when sometimes you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Tua-led Miami Dolphins would have made them pay for them picks.
Facts, 100%.
Like. You don't want to throw picks against Joe Burrow when he has Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Weapons.
Joe Mixon.
Weapons.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's tough to go into Buffalo and win this game.
31-27.
Let me ask you this real quick. Who had the better game this weekend in their respective games? So Cincinnati played Baltimore. Buffalo played Miami. Who had the better game at quarterback? Overall game, just in your opinion. Like, not even stats off the top of your head, nothing.
I'll say Burrow.
Yeah.
Because he lost 2 of his offensive linemen.
Right.
And let's not act like Baltimore's not a better team than Miami when Miami doesn't have Tua. So, I'm saying Burrow. Okay. What do you think?
I think the same. Because that's the main thing I see when I think of Josh Allen last weekend is he gets to forcing stuff sometimes, and that's not a good formula. Especially like you said, when you give those turnovers up against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, bro, they're gonna make you pay for it. Like I think Tua would have if he would have played. But
keys to victory.
Keys to victory for Cincinnati.
For Cincinnati?
Huh? For
Cincinnati, keys to victory. Protect Joe Burrow as best as you can.
Got to. And I think Joe, that's one of the keys for Joe, I think, this week is he's got to know going into this game, like, I got to be agile. I got to be ready to move out of the pocket, which, he moves pretty well in the pocket, but he is more of a, stand in the pocket passer, pick guys off, So it's like.
Don't get away from the run if you're Cincinnati.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you got to come out, I think, early and establish the run, bro. You come out.
Being from the AFC West.
Yeah.
Being from the AFC West, smash mouth, run the football type of teams.
Oh, North. It's AFC North.
AFC North.
Yeah, my bad.
State. I always get divisions mixed up.
Yeah, me too.
I literally.
That's my division. So
stay true to that division and beat them like you beat everybody else in that division.
Right.
Run the football, set up play action,
Yeah, I think you got to come out right off the bat and smack them in the mouth, get them on their heels.
They did.
Yeah.
And that DeMar Hamlin game, they did.
Yeah.
Joey B.
And
right down the field.
Speaking of DeMar Hamlin, I think you're going to see
an appearance.
Yeah, I think you might see DeMar on the sideline this weekend.
So
that's going to be
a good game for him to come back to, though, being Cincinnati.
Yeah,
that would be like a
that's
mutual respect game.
Yeah. Which, I think at the end of the day they got screwed, but I think we just got to take it for what it is. Joey Burr's got to go in there with that chip on his shoulder.
I got Joey B.
And do what he does all week, what he's done all season. I got Joey B too.
Nice. Kansas City, Jacksonville. This is the one that you were saying people are going to get tripped up on.
Yeah.
People are going to fall in love with the beach blonde guy.
Yeah. And I still think it'd be a good game, bro. But if you come out and do any of that stuff that you did in the first half against Los Angeles this past weekend, the Chiefs will put you away, and you're not. They're going to be the Chiefs.
What's the keys of Here's the thing: Let's talk about the Peyton Manning-led Colts. To beat the Peyton Manning-led Colts, what do you have to do? What did you have to do?
You had to outscore them.
You had to keep 18 off the field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you have to come out and get your run game going, keep their offense off the field. And
you didn't want to get in a shootout against Peyton Manning when he has Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Brandon Stokely.
Yeah, so the way to go into this game, I say it, and this is the most cliche thing you can say in football, but defense wins championships. So you got to be able to lean on your defense in the playoffs, man. They got to come out and long drives on offense, run the ball, eat clock, and get it. You got to get a turnover in this game. You got to go get turnovers, maybe get a score on special teams, something to get you some help there, man. That's what's going to win this game for them.
The Jags made a great step this year.
Yeah,
they made a great step. They got about as far as I thought they were going to get. Mm-hmm. If they had to play Buffalo, I would pick the Jags.
Yeah,
but playing against the Chargers, they were at home. Okay, so when you get down 27-0, the crowd stays quiet.
Yeah,
you get down 3 scores against Kansas City, you're still hearing it.
Oh yeah, you're getting buried in the sound at that point.
You get down 3 scores against Andy Reid.
Right,
he's putting his foot on your throat.
Yep.
So if they can't keep it close early, this game is going to be over fast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think Mahomes goes crazy.
Yeah, I think
balls out. Kelsey goes crazy. I think Kansas City wins 31-21 in advance.
Yeah, I think it'd get. I don't even know if it could get, like you said. I think it'd get ugly quick, but I think Jacksonville keeps it. I think this could turn into almost like how the 49ers game was. This could be like a close first half, and then they pull away towards the end. I'm going with Kansas City.
Doug Peterson's really good at scripting the first few drives. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
It's just you can't turn the fucking ball over 4 times in the first half, especially against this team.
Like I said, if Jacksonville can lean on their defense in this game and they can, establish and enforce the run right off the bat.
Etienne is an X factor.
He is.
An X factor.
And you've seen, and this is the thing, I don't even want to take anything away from Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, because you've seen, bro, like if he comes out and he gets hot right now, bro, they could do that to anybody. You know what I mean? So
I could see this game being a shootout. Football. I could see this game being a low-scoring game, but I got Kansas City 31-21.
Yeah, I got Kansas City. I don't really know the score. I'm just going to say this could be maybe like the 49ers game last weekend. So
2 hardest games of the week to pick.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I have a pick on either game, but I'm going to make one.
Yeah, this is tough. These are tough games to pick.
Let's start with Philly and the Giants, because this is an easier game for me to pick, and I'll tell you why. I'm going with the New York Giants.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why?
It's been a long. Jalen Hurts has had 1 game to play in the last month.
Yep.
They have the bye. It's been a long, stale road for them. Yep. How many times have we seen teams take that break last couple games of the season?
Yep.
Seen it with the Colts. Remember the year that they could have went undefeated with Tony Dungy, and they sat everybody and got their asses beat by Phillip Rivers.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep,
and all their players were pissed about it.
Pissed off.
Yeah, and that's. But I mean, you can speak on both sides of that, because you see, what happens with who was it? Week 18 when they didn't need to play anybody. The game didn't matter. It was a lineman. A lineman ended up getting hurt, like broke his back this year. I can't remember who it was.
Not sure.
Yeah, but that happened week 18. They didn't need to play, so you can play both sides of the fence on that. But I mean, when you're going for an undefeated season, though, that's tough to sit your guys.
The Giants have a really good formula to beat a high-scoring offense too.
And that was literally the point I was going to make too. And especially, dude, I'm telling you, my brother was a good football player. He had a shoulder injury, bro. There's just nothing in your shoulder. Like he learned a lot about like just shoulder injuries. Period. Having the injury, so it's like. Those things don't just come back and you're right back to NFL quarterback.
As far as styles of teams go, Philly and Minnesota aren't far apart.
Right.
Jalen Hurts obviously is a step above Kirk Cousins,
Yes.
but Justin Jefferson's better than A.J. Brown.
Facts.
Facts. Dalvin Cook's better than Miles Sanders.
Facts.
They have a better defense.
Yeah.
I think the Giants are going to beat Philly this week.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
picking the Giants.
Man, Danny Dimes. If
they've seen each other twice. This is a divisional game.
Yeah, this is so hard to pick, bro. Because
how did the other games play out?
what's that?
I don't know if you can look at it on your phone. They've played each other twice, but I can't remember who won.
I don't know. Let's pull that up real quick. But I mean, yeah. So they played the December 11th. It says Eagles 48, Giants 22, and then it says they played twice, right?
Yeah, should have. Unless this is one of the fucking ones where they only play each other once.
Yeah, I only see one on here. I think they only played once.
Maybe it was once, but I mean, I don't. This is a different team. This is a different game.
Different team.
This is a
obviously.
different game.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. They're looking for that, but yeah, it looks like they only played one time, and this is a completely different team. I mean, we're talking playoff football. We're talking everybody's playing their hardest. Teams are trying to get guys back healthy. So
2 head coach of the year candidates.
yes, sir. You said you got Giants, huh?
I got Giants.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna pick Philly here, even though they are
I don't
the
even
number
think
one
that's going
seed.
against the grain. I think Philly's probably.
Yeah, I mean they're
favorite.
definitely the favorite. Obviously, I'm just talking about between me and you.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to pick the other squad. And I said this even before the show. I think Philly's going to win this game, but I do think they're going to get a way better game, from the Giants than what they think. So we'll see.
Close game.
Close game. Yep.
I got 24-20 New York.
24-20. That'd be, bro. This weekend's going to be banger games. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dallas and San Francisco to finish out the weekend.
Low scoring game.
Yep.
This is going to be a low scoring game.
Yeah, I think it is too. Now, I don't know 100%. Yeah, Dak. I think.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think he ain't gonna be able to just chill there in the pocket like he did last night.
Yeah, you don't have fucking 95-year-old Vita Vea coming at you. You got fucking one of the best defensive players in the league outside of the boy that's on your team.
I mean, their whole defense. I've said it all year. I mean, they're Sonic with all the rings, bro. I mean, they're taking off. So.
Yeah, San Francisco's offensive line is way better than Tampa's.
Oh yeah.
Parsons isn't gonna just be able to get there.
But he's still gonna make you move out of the pocket. He's gonna make you.
This is a rematch from last year. So. San Francisco beat them.
Yeah.
Different team, obviously. They have a fucking different quarterback every year, but Kyle Shanahan.
I think the biggest thing here, bro, is if you come in and you see San Francisco start, putting their will on Dallas right off the bat on offense. I think it's going to be a long night.
Who stops Debo?
Who stops their offense, period?
Cowboys fans, do not tell me Trevon Diggs stops Debo Samuel. Listen, put down the fucking high moons or whatever the fuck they are.
The blue moon skis?
The blue moon skis, yeah. You got Debo. You got Kittle. You got fucking Ayuk. You got McCaffrey.
Man, this is I'm riding with the 49ers, bro.
But then again, think about what fucking Dallas did. Here's the thing.
Yeah, if you get the Dallas that played last night, but obviously, we just touched.
Let's not get blinded. Let's not get blinded by the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were led by Tom Brady. Let's not get blinded by the name. How good was Tampa this year? They were fucking butt.
Yeah, they were trash, bro.
They went 8-8 or 8-9 in the fucking weakest division in the league, and that's saying something from fucking being a Colts fan.
Easy as shit. I've said it every time, bro. Just look at their offense. They're throwing the ball. Tom Brady's throwing the most passes ever in games in the last 2 seasons. Twice there.
Yeah.
That just shows. If you can't run the ball and you can't throw the
Bowles,
ball about the same amount of
Todd
time,
Bowles
you're not going to
is
be good. Trash.
How many times have we talked about this motherfucking coaching carousel that's in the NFL?
Dude, yeah, it's like
How does this dude have a job as a head coach?
put the straws in somebody's hand and pick one. That's what it seems like.
Like, what about this dude says, you know what? That's my guy. What did he do in New York with the Jets? Fucking nothing.
Obviously nothing. I mean, the Jets haven't been good in forever. They
Dude,
looked like
probably
they were
ruined fucking Sam Darnold's career.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if Sam Darnold had someone like fucking Daboll or fucking.
All right, because, I mean, he came in this year and played pretty
did
well.
solid. Did okay.
Right.
I can't bet against the 49ers.
I'm just not betting against them.
I
They're
can't
too
bet
fast
against
on
them.
both sides of the football. I want to see somebody stop them, and if Dallas
that-
doesn't,
here's
bro,
the thing.
I'm on the Dak train.
If Dallas beats San Francisco, they're going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Because if they beat San Francisco, you can't tell me Philly or the Giants stop them.
Yep.
Like, it's whoever wins this game right here, I think is going to the bowl.
Going to the bowl.
Yeah.
We'll see. Great weekend of football coming up, bro. Great weekend of football. Yeah. I got San Francisco, bro.
I got San Francisco too. We got much time left or no?
It's what time did we? I don't even remember what time we started the second part. What, like 7:10? I think it was.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah,
we could have talked about Lamar.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah.
We'll start getting into more basketball.
Yeah, more basketball.
Basketball's coming.
We got
John
UFC.
Morant is fucking ridiculous right now.
Oh yeah, he said come get dunked on. Anybody that wants to go viral.
He is our second coming of Derrick Rose.
Yeah, they said he's already dunked on every team, so it's
team.
insane. Yeah. Big UFC card this weekend, bro.
Bones is back.
Bones is back. 8-fight deal.
Plus 100 underdog.
Underdog,
John
insane.
Jones.
Get out of here.
Your fucking
Hammer.
Get your money on the greatest of all time.
Bet the house, bro. Bet the barn. Bet the animals. All that, bro.
Jordan Mitchell's going to be a guest, and he is a John Jones hater.
I know. I
can't wait.
I can't wait. It's going to be great. Go Glover this weekend, though, bro. Bring the belt back. So we can get that Yuri rematch when he gets healthy, bro. Big card this weekend. Check it out. Moreno and Figueiredo fight for the 15,000th time. So let's get it.
Yep. Subscribe to YouTube.
Yes, please. Jump on the YouTube. Subscribe. We love it.
Feel like a champ, need a ring for the hand. Cover it all from here across the land. Handle the plans, but you won't understand. So if you ain't know, this is the brand. If you ain't know, this is the brand. Not the little shows, this is the brand.